hear more about your nonprofit. You want to share maybe its mission, its purpose, just the whole aspect of Build a Bus Home?
Okay, sure. The nonprofit is called Build a Bus Home, and I started it because um, I wanted to um, have an option for people that are like myself that are low income and will probably need a place to be aside from living in a multi-housing, um, several roommate kind of situation. Um, so it was a bit challenging um, to start from brand new, and because I'd never done that before,
Yeah.
and so it was a lot of fun, and it has been a lot of fun. It has been a lot of challenging times too. 'Cause, that's all part of it. And so basically, the mission is we're building community, extending dignity and compassion for all. So that kind of encompasses everything, and that it's pretty broad, so that because not just housing, but we're also migrated into hygiene because that was really, really essential at the time. And then with COVID, it just became more and more needed. And so our vision is helping humans meet basic needs. So again, broad, because we want to help people in all their needs, wherever that takes us. Whether that's just hygiene and housing, you know. But as we go, I've created the slogan: "Building, traveling, and serving together, one bus at a time." And I just felt like that really encompassed everything, and um, getting everything going. The whole reason was to bring community together, and like I started volunteering when I was like 14. I was mentioning, so really I started as a community builder and haven't always been that way. So it's just been one more thing to add to the fun that I've done in my life. So and bringing this to people um, is very rewarding,
Yeah.
especially for hygiene. People, they're coming all the time and they're saying, wow, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you doing this. And it makes it all worthwhile when you hear those kinds of comments.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
really pretty cool.
it's pretty interesting to see how empowering a simple shower can be for somebody.
Right, right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so how long is do you have your bus usually out there offering the showers?
It's generally 6 hours from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Wow. And how many people would you say on average maybe come to the bus to get a shower?
The maximum we've had so far in one day is 13.
Wow.
And well, at this location, the previous location, the maximum was our very last day there, October 31st on Halloween. There were 21 guests that came through. I
Wow.
know, pretty cool, huh?
That's amazing. So cool. So you are so passionate about this. So I'm curious to ask, have you have you ever experienced homelessness or have you ever been directly affected by homelessness or is it just something that you've seen as an issue in the world that you kind of want to help those that deal with it?
Yeah. My first experience with homeless um, services when I was 14. I just felt, because I was in a really small town back east, and it was really obvious when there was somebody homeless, and I was like, okay, well, there's got to be a way to need help, you know, and I just knew that it was going to be something that I was going to do pretty much all my life, service, sometimes,
Yeah.
and it has been that way. Um, I haven't been homeless myself, but sure have been close to it in the last 20 years more than any other time in my life.
Yeah.
Really, that's the thought of it. It could happen to me any moment, and now even more.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Wow.
unknowns. And
Exactly.
yeah,
You're right. Anything can happen to anyone at any time. Right.
right, right.
Mhm. Well, cool. Thank you for sharing that.
So you're welcome.
Appreciate it. Okay, so earlier you mentioned that you have faced some challenges, so I would love to hear more about that. Maybe some of the biggest challenges you faced early on, what were they and how did you get through those?
Okay. Well, I probably have to tell you the first challenge was um, it wasn't really my idea to come up with this. It was really a God push. Since I was looking at converting a school bus for myself, I thought it was just like, "Mm, why don't you do this for everybody else?" And I was like, what? So I felt like I had to make a choice whether I was going to do it. And I was 59 years old. Am I going to start a nonprofit, which I've never done before? What? Are you crazy? And yeah, I am. And we all have to be to
Yeah.
start. That's the first question that people ask when helping you with starting a nonprofit in the manual. Are you crazy? That's what it says. So yeah. Yep. So really, it was just a matter of that, and I just had to say yes to that. So that was the first challenge, to say yes to God to start it. So, and then it was natural to find angels for angels.
Oh,
Right. Right.
yeah, meant to be,
So,
totally. That's what we're here for, to help you out. Yeah.
yeah. And you sure have.
Oh,
Challenges. Other challenges. Um, well, first of all, not knowing what to do to get started, I had to do the big search and find um, how to. You There's no document that says how to start a nonprofit A
yeah,
to Z. I think somebody should do
good
that.
idea.
That's a good idea.
Hmm.
And then struggling through all the steps and um, the finances of it all, because at the time I was making very little money, and um, so I decided that if I was going to do that, the only way I could do it is if I donated plasma to make money.
Wow.
That's what I did. And for about a year, that's what I did, and that's how I supported everything. I purchased um, the bus and registration between my roommate and I. We both had money that we put into that. So that was my first deposit into the new account. It was all
Wow.
it was all plasma money. Yep.
You donated plasma for a year to be able to get this started and going?
Yep.
Wow. Talk about dedication, Lisa. I did not know that. That is crazy, but it's amazing and beautiful. Wow.
Did that in college. It's the only way I made it through college a lot of the time.
Really?
And so
Wow.
okay, I don't have it. I mean, when I went looking for the website name, it was 99 cents plus tax, $1.38. I looked at my checking account. I had $1.76. So I was like, woo, let's do it. So
Hey, wait, that was for what again?
for the website name
Oh, okay.
plus tax.
Wow.
So I was off and running. I was like, okay, I can afford that. And then I'm like, okay, to support it, I'm gonna have to give some plasma. So I went and did.
Wow. That is phenomenal. My goodness. Talk about dedication, right?
So I'd
Really?
go, I'd give plasma, and I'd go deposit the money into the account, and then I'd purchase something that I needed, something little like another website name or hosting. All those things, everything costs money. Registering as a business was $24.60. I was like, yeah,
You remember all of it. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
all the
Wow.
little. the little chunks along the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the $400 I had it, I took out of my own pocket and plunked into the account to get the registration of the buses and all that. It's
Wow.
just it's been a lot of fun to see
You
all these things.
That is amazing, and you're amazing, and what you're doing is amazing. It's just, oh, it's crazy. I still can't believe that. That is so cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. Wow.
Told
So,
many,
what was that? Sorry.
haven't told many people that one.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Um, very inspiring. Very inspiring. So, on the other hand of challenges are rewards, accomplishments. So, can you speak on some of, or at least one of your biggest accomplishments to date?
One of the biggest. I
What
was
you're most proud of? It could be anything.
yeah. Um, well, I'm really excited that um, we continue to be blessed all the time, and um, I use that. If you build it, they will come. I always have, knowing that I wasn't going to do this by myself. That I was going to create a team, or a team was going to get created out of nothing, and that's what happened. You just talk, and the more I talked, the more people got interested, and you know, the more community we built, and now there's these great teams of people that are working together, and service providers that I'm connected with that are helping out, that are sending guests to us, that recognizing that this is a valuable service that really, really needs to be, and people need it.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful to be able to be there for them. And yeah, lots of challenges along the way, and
Mm.
always makes everything worthwhile. Because I think, and I just learned something else recently that now I need to create a policy for. So it's always that learning. You get a little bit further, and then you get knocked down about a step, and then go, okay, now I can do this. You know how it is.
Yeah,
You've been part of building angel strangers, so
totally.
forward sometimes three steps back, and there's all kinds of financial challenges,
Hmm.
and in those challenges, the gratitude I feel right now is so much that we applied for um, several grants this um, last season at the end of October, and um, I think all but one got funded.
Wow,
So, right, I know.
that's amazing.
I still have to go and count them all, but it's just I'm still waiting for one more to come through. So just waiting
Wow,
for the information. So it's
that's
very good
huge.
to be able to now we can start working on the bus
Yeah,
and really bring a lot more services.
that's so awesome. Oh, congratulations. Gosh, so cool. I love it. I love it. Very good. Okay. So, next question. What has been your favorite part of your experience so far, or what has been the most rewarding part of your experience so far?
Um, Favorite part and rewarding is all together. It's creating a team.
Yeah,
It's community. It's always about community and
yeah,
bringing people together.
mm,
So that's my most fun.
yeah.
So
That's so
it,
cool.
yeah, totally. That's my most fun is getting things together.
Yeah. So it is a community. You can kind of feel it. And even the people, do you see like repeat people that come to the bus and stuff? So
Yeah,
you're building a community that way too?
that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of new people lately. So that's really
Nice.
encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so
So
good.
I know. Like time each week we're seeing new people. Really
Yeah.
cool.
Good. That's
Yeah.
so good. Awesome. Well, very cool. Okay. So I guess you kind of spoke on this a little bit, but what with COVID, times have obviously been extremely tough. Nothing's been normal, but it sounds like you have been able to continue your work throughout all of COVID, right? So how have you been able to do this? What has it been like, and how has it affected your organization?
Mm, good questions. So yeah, the originally we were thinking we could serve a lot more people at one time, um, because what we have is a vehicle that has 17 showers, and so there's a men's and a women's side that we use for the small side we use for families and women, and primarily the other side we use for men, simply because there's mostly single men that are coming for the most part.
Yeah,
Uh, so and we're getting more and more families too, so that's cool,
nice.
with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and then okay, the other part of the question. Sorry, I lost track again.
Oh no, it's okay. Basically just so you did speak on you've been able to continue throughout COVID, which is amazing.
Ah, right.
Um, so yeah, just kind of how, like, what has changed? How has it affected things? Have you been okay? And just kind of the COVID-19 situation.
Yeah, well, it did change everything because we can't use the full capacity of the shower trailer.
Yeah.
So we've reduced it down to 4 showers on the side that has 12,
Oh wow.
and two on the side that has 5.
Got it.
So the limitations that we're running into is that once there's like 4 guys that shower on that side, then we have to wait until all of them are done before we go in and clean and sanitize.
Got
And whereas, before we were thinking with prior to COVID, we were thinking we could go in, use half of it for people and then the other half to get cleaned and then switch. So we wouldn't have to close it completely in between. It does take a while to clean all the stalls and everything.
I bet, yeah.
And then sanitize. And speaking of sanitizer, we're blessed to be the very first shower trailer that's using Briotech. It is a multi-surface sanitizer that we're using on the showers, and
Wow.
that is proven to inactivate COVID-19 up to 99.6%, 99.96%. So
Wow.
yeah, very effective.
Very
And
effective.
so we spray it well and cover the air. It also will take the particles down to the ground if there's somebody that coughs. Even if you're coughing and spraying at the same time, it'll take those particles to the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, so really, really cool.
Yeah.
And so we're very blessed. Briotech is a local company. They're in Woodinville, and been around a long time. And one of my friends' father is the chief executive, medical director, and he's wonderful to work with. And
Oh,
he's my contact there, and he's beautiful. He's just got a great heart,
oh, I love that.
right? Right? Everybody that we're working with is we're bringing that element of community and kindness and love. So that's what I look for in other partners too.
Yeah.
It's
That's,
important.
yeah, that's so
A lot
cool.
to associate with, right? So if you are who you associate with. So if
Yeah,
we want good and we associate with you who also want good, then it's just a win-win. You know?
exactly. And that's what I was gonna say is that you're such an amazing, special human being. So it makes sense that the same kind would gravitate towards you, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
so cool.
Cool.
Well, it's oh what? Sorry.
It's all that universe attraction,
Yeah.
what you put out there.
Amen. Totally. Oh yeah. I love it. But yeah, so you've been able to keep going through COVID and sounds like you've obviously had to change some things, but all in all, you would say things are going pretty well.
Yep. We wear full PPE when we're working with guests as well as cleaning the shower toilet and the sinks. And
Yeah.
so it's definitely a challenge because everybody has to learn, new processes. And we had developed new processes because we had all the other ones and all set up, and
Yeah.
then switching everything, redoing, just rethinking it all, just like every business has done, and try to accommodate people better. And we're able to give out a free bottle of Briotech to everybody that we work with, um,
Oh,
so for guests and for volunteers. So, there's wound care that people are often experiencing issues with wounds on their hands or feet, especially, and getting infected and then dirty again. It's this constant vicious cycle. So I didn't turn off my phone. So that just this ability for people to be able to use the sanitizer and to be able to um, spray it on themselves and help themselves heal. It's
yeah.
just a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've had a lot of people come back and say, "Hey, I really see a benefit in this," and you know, and wound care. I've seen several myself. I've seen lots of different wounds that I've had over the period of time that clear up very quickly because I just keep using it.
Very cool. That is special. Gosh, I love it. So I guess I'm curious to hear from you, and your perspective and based off what you've seen at the showers, what effect do you think it brings to somebody, homeless or who have you, that come to your shower to get a shower? What kind of effect and what do you think that brings on them once they're able to go from being in a position of not being able to shower, have access to one, to then being able to come to your bus, get a shower, get clean? Like, what do you think that feels like to them? What can that offer them? What does that bring for them?
Well, I think the most the prolific comments that we hear most often are, "I feel human again. It's so good to have hot water running over your body. I haven't had that for months."
Wow.
People are used to taking sponge baths, little cloths, and here and there. To be able to have hot water running on you is just like, we don't think about that when we live in houses. We don't think about how simple that is, and it's not. It's not simple for most people that
Hmm.
don't live like those of us that are housed live.
Yeah.
People take for granted that they've got running water.
Yeah.
Biggie, running water, especially now. Running water is necessary for them for health and
Hmm.
hygiene. And, you know, people are just going to get sicker and sicker unless they take care of themselves. And
Yeah.
so here's a way for them to take care of themselves. And
Exactly.
oh, well, that's what
Okay.
it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of. I feel like it would be almost kind of like a reset or restart just to make them feel brand new again. I mean, I cannot even fathom what that would be like, but I try to understand so I can be there
Right.
for it. But yeah,
Yeah. And
incredible.
even for folks that live in RVs, most of the RVs, they don't have connection um, to be able to dump. Um, and if they do, maybe their vehicle doesn't run, so they can't go dump it. Because in our area, there's a place called WAT, which is Lisa Gillotti Water in Thurston County Clean Water Alliance. So we have a contract with them to dump our gray water there, and any RV can dump there as well. Um, and there's for free for any RV. But if their vehicle doesn't run, what are you gonna do? You can't keep using your shower even if it works because you have no where to dump the gray one.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do? You know, you're
Mm.
stuck, kind of stuck. And so there's a lot of people that are living in RVs that come for shower as well.
Yeah.
that's cool. So I know many of them have other vehicles that they drive over, and some ask for shuttle service. So that's great too.
Hmm. Wow. Ah, so it's so cool to hear these things from you, Lisa. I'm loving this so
I
much.
was thinking the other day, not yesterday actually, I was thinking, a couple years ago, inner city transit in my mind was a dream. Be connected with them. They have the vans
Yeah.
and take people where they need to go, and connecting with different agencies where I'm picking up people. All those were just dreams. I had them in my head that these were the agencies I wanted to talk to. And over the last couple of years, I've gotten to know people and make connections and build community.
Yeah.
And, at first, when you start something new, everybody goes, yeah, just a pipe dream. She's not going to make that. Yeah, forget it. We're not going to even listen, right? And then time after time after time, I go to the city council meetings and say, this is what's happening now. And, you know, there's movement. And then all of a sudden, oh, now we're doing shower. So, you know,
Wow. How cool to persevere through all of that and the doubt and everything, and you did it.
yep.
That's
And
so
City
good.
of Olympia really came through because they gave us a contract.
Yeah.
And so we were able to provide our beginning services with that contract. So that was really good.
Yeah. Thank goodness. It all works out right. I mean,
It
you
does.
putting in the hard work and the love and the passion. So it's
Yep.
cool to see it and how it's evolved. Hmm.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, there you have it. Oh, I love it. Okay, so if you could give one piece of advice to someone wanting to start their own nonprofit, what would it be?
Um, when somebody says no, don't listen.
I love that.
Yeah.
You feel like that's gotten you pretty far, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I came from a sales background too. So in sales, it's like you got to hear no 3 times before you move on.
yeah,
At least that's what the training has always taught us.
yeah,
And some people go further than that, and then it's just too much. And so I know that I'm going to hear no, and I especially know I'm going to hear no from men.
yeah.
So I'm just confident in hearing that yes eventually. And if I don't hear from them, then I go elsewhere.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I mean, if you're believing so much in what you do, then you're just going to want to keep pushing it until you can make everyone else believe in it too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I think most people that start a nonprofit do it out of passion, and um, most people that are successful because of that passion.
yeah,
So
totally.
yeah, I see that passion in Mikkel, and
Me
I
too.
know started this a long time ago, and still has that amazing, exciting passion.
Yeah,
And it's just that it's a great experience to see so many nonprofit leaders really feeling that same drive
yeah,
and sharing it with each other and helping each other keep going. You know,
yeah,
a lot of businesses fail in the first couple of years, first 5 years. But I never saw anything as a failure. I never looked at anything as a failure in my whole life. Like, okay, well, it didn't work out, so do something else.
yeah.
So what?
Mm, yeah. So I guess speaking on that, I would be curious to hear, Lisa, with you being a Nonprofit Leader Network member, what would you say is your favorite part about the Nonprofit Leader Network?
Oh, favorite. Oh, to name just one is so hard.
Oh,
I think really the connections with other people to
yeah,
realize, from that very first meeting, I remember going, wow, I'm really not in this alone. there's a lot of other people that are feeling this frustration and this hesitancy, and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I doing this? But if you just keep going, and that's what everybody's been giving to each other, and it's just a natural community building experience and helping us grow as leaders. I mean, who knows the value in that until you experience it? You
Yeah.
know, you
Hmm.
don't really get it. I was like, a leadership? Yeah, am I a leader? At first, I was like, am I really a leader? you know,
Yeah.
and now I'm really a solid leader
Yeah.
because of nonprofit leadership.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I
thank
love hearing that. Oh, that is so
you.
amazing.
You are amazing. You are passion.
Yeah.
And when I saw your job title, I was like, well, who wouldn't want to be a, a fun a funologist? What's the title? I always thought of it as a funologist.
I
It's
love phonologist, chief inspiration officer.
right. Chief Inspiration Officer. Who has that as a title in their company? Only Mikkel, right?
Right. Yeah, I love it. It's
So
fun.
that can help the rest of us say
Yeah.
we need to look for an inspiring person to lead our group.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. Well, yeah,
Oh, thank you, Lisa. That is so sweet. How cool.
you guys are great. Really.
Thank
I've
you.
had a lot of struggles. I've come to the group crying many times, as you know, and going,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to handle this one. Oh my gosh, does anybody have experience with this? And everybody has something wonderful to say.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not what you want to hear. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to hear to stick with it and listen and be more patient, you
Yeah.
know.
Yep. Oh,
Patience is one of those things that you never stop learning.
oh, yeah. Never, right? I only have one more question for you. So, if you could share the best piece of advice you have ever received, or perhaps an inspiring quote that you have heard in your life that you have always held on to, what would it be?
Mm. Well, it's on my wall. It's Rosie the Riveter. We can do it.
Aw,
Yeah. So I believe in that, and I'm always there for let's get that strong arm, and we can do it. Whatever it is, you
yeah,
know. And
yeah,
that was in World War One, and you know they had to rechange. A lot of people had to give up jobs or to go from working, taking care of their family to now working in a factory.
yeah,
So now we're in that same kind of situation. So a lot of people have no career anymore. So they're going to either make it or break it. And it's the people that are going to go, well, we can do it, that are going to persevere. And, we're not. So it's really just a matter of how much you believe in yourself, really. And you guys have helped me believe in myself so much more than I ever was a year ago. I mean, just a year ago, Macy, can you believe it?
no, it's crazy.
I was way different way back then, huh?
Yeah, it was. So it has been a whole year, huh? I don't know. It feels like almost even longer, to be honest with you.
I know, right?
Yeah, I feel
It was
like I've.
Tuesday when we started the mastermind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. You're right. Uh huh. Wow, that is crazy.
I know.
I love it. Well, we've been
Yeah.
honored to have you, Lisa, definitely. Um, and so that's really all I have for you. Do you have any final statements, anything fun you want to say or share while we're here?
Well, when my mom taught me when the tough experience when when you experience rough things, the tough get going, and just to keep going. And so I guess I've always listened to that, because my mom was a nurse, and she saw a lot of tough things in her life in World War II, and
Wow.
my dad too, and um, so I know that she had to learn to be tough as a nurse, but and she was never a tough person, you
Really?
know, but just had to learn to be stronger in those moments.
Yeah.
So she's been a great example for me.
Lisa, this has been so good. So let's see. Are you on social media? If people want to go learn more about you, Build a Bus Home, or they want to donate, where can they go to find that?
Okay. So yes, we're on social media. So it's Build a Bus Home, and
On
then
Facebook?
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I think
Okay.
I'm not having anybody maintaining that right now, so we're not getting a lot of ads put out there. But my focus is on
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. Well, you're busy. It makes sense.
We'll find a social media guru.
Yeah.
We will.
Very good. And then they would probably, if they wanted to donate, go to your website, right?
Right. Buildabushome.org,
Uh,
and then you'll see our PayPal link to Angels for Angels, and it says Build a Bus Home, and you click on it, and then
Perfect.
Angels for Angels takes care of us the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Right.
Well, awesome. Okay, well, that is all I have. Lisa, thank you so much again for being our guinea pig. This is our first time doing this. We're so excited, and I'm so happy that you were able to do it, and you've been so awesome and lovely, and thank you for everything.
Well, you make everything so easy.
Aww, thank
The tough times that we've had in our meetings and stuff, it's just, you make it so easy because you're there and you're the chief inspiration officer, so you're there to inspire us.
Oh, yes, I am. I am here for you anytime you need me. That's for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.